We're back. Part 2 of the unboxing of my conspiracy box that I got for Father's Day. Let's see what we get. Anything interesting in the commons? Not really. So uncommon starts with a intangible virtue. Great for tokens. There's a lot of stuff in this set that makes tokens, especially those 1/1 defenders I was talking about earlier. We got a Plagued Rusilica. Sacrifice creature. Target creature gets -1/-1 to the end of turn. I mean, if you're putting a chumper out there like a 1/1 defender, you can sacrifice it and, you know, possibly give another creature -1/-1 to kind of counterbalance a big attack, or I can see it being okay. What is this, a Rito Lantern? Put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library for 3 mana. Seems okay if you can shuffle. Our rare is a Magus of the Mirror. Sacrifice Magus of the Mirror. Exchange life totals with target opponent. Activate this ability only during your upkeep. It is a 4/2 for 6 mana. And we've got a second rare construct, Aether Searcher. Aether Searcher, reveal this as you draft it. Reveal the next card you draft and note its name. When Aether Searcher enters the battlefield, you may search your library, hand or may search your hand or library for a card with the name noted as you drafted this. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. If you search your library, you may shuffle it. So, I mean, yeah. If you draft this, I mean, this is definitely a good pick 1, because you could possibly. I mean, it costs 7 mana. I'm not sure if I like it over the mirror. It's kind of tough, because I mean, in multiplayer you can get to 7 mana. But I mean, this is assuring for 7 mana that you can possibly put out 2 permanents, and, you know, if you draft this the first pack, then you could get past a rare that could be expensive, like a Ray of Dawnbringer, or I don't know, just something expensive. And for 7 mana, you're going to be able to pay. You're going to be able to get this 6/4 out. And that Ray of Dawnbringer. It seems pretty good. But exchanging life totals with an opponent, especially if you're low and they've been gaining life, that can totally flip up, you know, the game. Out of these two, it's a tough decision, but I like the construct, man. I like, you know, getting 2 cards at once for 7 mana, which is easy to get to in a multiplayer slow format. I really dig that construct card. It's pretty cool. Alright, just cracking packs. Oh, anything interesting? No. Oh, I see a full card. It's red. Okay, let's see. Uncommons is a Heckling Fiend from Innistrad block. Always cool. And I think this is Marquisha Smuggler, if I'm saying that right. That's what it looks like. It's got Dethrone. And if you pay 1 colorless, 1 blue, 1 red, target creature you control gains haste until the end of turn and can't be blocked. So he can make something unblockable, which is pretty awesome. He's a 1/1 for 1 blue and 1 red. That can be kind of tough. I mean, you'd like to get him out early, but the 1 blue, 1 red can be kind of tough early. Definitely, he may be a middle ground pick. We got a Squirrel's Nest, which I think is a really decent card. And we have got our yeah, I think this is our first legendary guy that you can use for commander, which I do want at least one of each. Brago. Oh no, dropping my rares. So, when Brago King Eternal deals combat damage to a player, exile any number of target non-land permanents you control, return those to the battlefield under their owner's control. So it basically flicks as many permanents as you want. So if you got anything that's generating any kind of enter the battlefield triggers, this dude is awesome. He could be really, really, really good in Commander. Really good. And how's it going, Shorty?
Talking to yourself?
Mm-hmm. Rare Orcish Colonnade.
Good.
Does 2 damage to target creature or player and 3 damage to you. And you get to draw a card, cantrips. Not bad. We got our construct is a Cogwork Spy. Alright. Pretty decent pack. I like getting Brago. Alright. Nothing crazy out of the commons. We've got a Barbed Shocker. We got another Smuggler. We got another Squirrel's Nest. And we got a Spiritmonger. Pretty good, kind of an older rare, but he definitely has some versatility with him. Regenerate him, can become the color of any choice. He can, so definitely cool. He's a 6/6 for 5 mana, so that's pretty decent. And we got a Conspiracy, Hidden Agenda. This is the one that cost 1 less for that creature. Yeah, Spiritmonger, definitely pick one in that pack. Okay. Alright, I got my first Swords to Plowshares. Definitely would love to have a play set of that art. It's pretty awesome. We got an Air Servant. Really, really good in limited format. Just opens himself up to get through for the attack. Explorer Scope. Get your lands. Yeah, and we got a Phage, the Untouchable. I think this is our second or third mythic. This is our third mythic out of this box. She's an older card. She's an awesome card. I'm glad I got her. She rocks. And I've got a foil rare Grenzo's Rebuttal. Put a 4/4 red orb creature token on the battlefield. Starting with you, each player chooses an artifact, a creature, a land from among them. Among the permanents controlled by the player to his or her left, destroy each permanent chosen this way. Yeah. She is definitely a pick Man, she's just so hard to get to with that four black casting cost. You'd really have to be into black. You'd really have to commit to playing her, but I mean, her ability is insane. So, and then we've got a hidden agenda. This is the one that you pick an instant or sorcery, and when you play that, it cantrips. You get to draw a card. So if you happen to choose one that already cantrips, then you're going to draw 2 cards with that one spell. So that's probably the best thing you can do with this card. I don't know. Not one of my favorite conspiracy cards, but yeah, like I said, if you put it on an instant or sorcery that already cantrips, it makes it pretty damn good. So far I've got 2 brainstorms, 1 source to plowshare out of the playset of those that I want. We're almost done with this first side of this box. I guess I'm going a lot longer than probably most people. A lot of these cards are cards that I'm just seeing for the first time, so. Let's see. Another Soul Catcher. Another Glass Kite. My first Fire Shrieker out of this box. And our rare is a Death Render. So this is a equipment pack. Death Render could be awesome. Definitely in limited. And then we actually got a second rare, which is our construct of the pack, Deal Breaker. Deal Broker. So immediately after you draft this, you gotta draft it face up. You may reveal a card from your card pool. This is the one where you get to exchange. So I guess, I don't know. That's whoa. No, let's go back to just me. There we go. Hit the wrong button. So I mean, I guess that would be something that you would on the fly be able to. I don't know. I mean, you wouldn't want to get rid of one of your. I don't know. I guess you just put a card out there and see if you can get something better. You almost don't want to help anybody else out though, so. Like if you hate drafted something. Let's see. Got another breakthrough. We got a Flame Right. Put a 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature token in the battlefield for 1 mana and tap her. So she makes the tokens. She's pretty good. You can sacrifice a creature with Defender. She deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So if you got that conspiracy card that makes the 1/1 defenders, she's awesome with it. Smallpox again. My rare is Exploration. $10 card. Pretty awesome. Good mana ramping. And my I got Conspiracy card, which is Secret Summoning. Whenever a creature with the chosen name enters the battlefield under your control, you may search your library for any number of cards with that name, reveal them, and put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. So, this will basically... What's that? Is it Glimmerhawk? Does it Glimmerhawk? I think that's what it is. Finds all the other Glimmerhawks, puts them in your hand. It's pretty cool conspiracy. I mean, definitely if you pick it early, then you can, kind of pick one of the creatures you've already got and try and get more of them. Exploration definitely in this pack. I mean, unless I had something that was making 1/1 defenders, like, I mean, that was making tokens. Like, her with that conspiracy card and intangible virtue, that can get ugly. That can be ugly. But yeah, exploration, mana ramp, that's, you know, that's pretty freaking awesome. Trying to get through some of these a little faster. Deathforge Shaman. Another Sky Spirit. Reckless Spite. Yeah. Destroy 2 non-black creatures. You lose 5 life for 3 mana. It's pretty good removal in black. Yeah. Magister of Worth. Really, really cool card. Yeah. It has the Will of Council, and when this enters the battlefield, starting with you, each player votes for Grace or, was it Condemnation? Condemnation? If Grace gets more votes, each player returns each creature from his or her graveyard to the battlefield. If Condemnation gets more votes, we're tied, destroy our creatures other than the Magister of Worth. And definitely first pick in there. 4/4 flyer. Possibly, I don't know. Could possibly wipe everyone's board, depending on how the politics are going at the table. But hopefully, like your board is pretty darn established, because giving everybody their creatures back from their graveyard for 4/4 flyer, I mean, one of those could be a bigger flyer. So I don't know. And then our construct is a lurking automaton. Automaton. Got a Wakestone Gargoyle. Galvanic Juggernaut. Got a Gamekeeper. And very, very interesting popular card for my rare that a lot of people are wanting for multiplayer, especially Commander. And I've even heard maybe people wanting it for Legacy, because I thought, let's see. It's Council's Judgment. I think it's about a $10 card right now. Starting with you, each player votes for non-land permanent you don't control. Exile each permanent with the most votes or tied for the most votes. So I think this is what gets rid of True Name Nemesis, because you're not targeting it, but you're voting for it. And in Legacy, no matter what, if you vote for that, another permanent's going to be tied for that, which means it's going to go, and whatever your opponent with True Name Nemesis says is going to go also. But you can, I think this is the one card that can get rid of True Name Nemesis right now. I think. Not 100%, but I think that's what that's what they were talking about. That's why a lot of people want this card. And then we got a conspiracy card. It is World Knit. As long as every card in your card pool, start of the game, in your library, or in the command zone, lands you control add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So, I mean, it's completely into mana fixing, but you've got to play with every card you drafted. Which is, you know, that can be a big deck, but you're going to be able to play everything. It doesn't seem that bad. It is a rare conspiracy. Yeah, I mean you won't be able to play it in Commander, unfortunately. Because a lot of these cards, the great thing about this set, Conspiracy, is that it's, multiplayer, is made for multiplayer, and that's the best way to play Commander, is multiplayer. So this set is kind of has some cards that are built for not only Conspiracy but Commander. Like the Will of Councils will definitely work in Commander, like, really well. Awesome stuff. And they made a bunch of legendary creatures that can possibly be Commanders. Let's get to the meat. We got another Wakestone Gargoyle. Marcusha's Infiltrator. We got an Elephant guy. Enchanted creature gets 3/3. When an enchanted creature dies, put a 3/3 green elephant token in the battlefield. And yes, indeedy, kids, we've got my first back fading of these two boxes. I was hoping there would at least be one in each box. I'm definitely playing him in Commander. He is going to be awesome in Commander. Amazing in Commander. +1, you get to loot for 2 cards. And in Commander, that could be awesome. His -2 ability, which will put him at 1, but still, in Commander, you get to gain control of target artifact, which could be a billion of things. A billion of amazing things in Commander. I definitely wanted 1 for Commander. What is his emblem? His emblem is +6, so he'd have to live for 4 turns to do it, but whenever you cast a spell that targets 1 or more permanents, gain control of those permanents. So you'd almost not want to kill him. Cast a spell that targets him, so you couldn't use an ability. Huh. That could be interesting. I don't really remember what people have been saying about him for Legacy. I don't think that he has much potential from what I've heard. I don't know. You can put him in a bug deck maybe. You could steal a sword, or I don't know. I don't think he has much potential for Legacy, but he is definitely going to be awesome for Commander. And the videos that I've watched, him being played in the Conspiracy draft format, multiplayer, he just destroys the board. He is really effective. And we did get a Conspiracy out of this one, power play. Basically, you get to start the game. You're first player. But yeah, that is an obvious first pick deck. Glad I got one. I'm definitely hoping for at least 1 more in my other box that I got to draft, which I will be drafting with some of my Magic friends. I'd like to do some 4-man drafts with it. 4-man draft, 4-man multiplayer. And then, I don't know, maybe possibly just sleeve up the whole box and use it again to draft. Make my own packs and do like a 8-man draft and an 8-man multiplayer. That would be fun. But yeah, you could definitely do this with this set. You can use a box to draft and just draft it again and again and again, as long as you keep the cards in good condition. I'm sure most stores or people are going to do that. I'm hoping. Okay, we got a Spontaneous Combustion. uncommon. Skeletal Scrying. What is this, a Flaring Flamekin? And we got a Stifle. So, I mean, my last 3 packs have been pretty awesome. The last 4 packs, I've got an Exploration, what is it, the Council's Judgment, a Dak Faden, now I got a Stifle. Like, I'm definitely getting one of all the top priced cards. We got a foil Tragic Slip, which I've always loved Tragic Slip. It's awesome removal, extremely good removal. And we've got a Cogwork Tracker for our Construct. I haven't seen a ton of foils. I think I've only got like 3 so far, maybe, or 2. You know, everyone's wanting that foil Brainstorm, or like a foil Swords Plowshare. Yeah, that would be amazing. Foil Brainstorm. Alright, this will be the last card out of this movie, or this video. We'll do a third and last video. You've got a Vow of Duty. Enchanted creature gets +2, has vigilance, and can't attack you or a planeswalker you control. We've got a Woodvine Elemental. He's a 4/4 for 6. He's got Trample and Parlay. Whenever this guy attacks, each player reveals top card of his or her library. For each non-land permanent revealed this way, attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn. Then each player draws a card. We've got a Warmonger's Chariot. We've got another Brago. So 2 Bragos. Definitely looks like I'll have one for trade. I don't need 2 of those guys. And a foil Cogwork Spy as my Construct. Wonder how much Brago is. I don't think he's very much. Alright, we're going to go to our third video.